Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeffrey Osei once again. If this is the first time that you're watching my video, I provide you credible information on your study application process to Iceland so that you can enjoy the free tuition that is ongoing here in Iceland, in all the public universities in Iceland. Well, I'm on my way to work and I decided to shoot this video very quick just so that those of you that have been offered admission to study, especially here at the University of Iceland, would know what to do with respect to applying for your student residence permit application. With this video, I want to go through the documents that you'll be needing so that you can successfully apply for your student residence permit. Please, this is easy to do. It's very, very windy over here, so spare me, okay? This time I didn't want to sit behind a table just talking too much. I just wanted to be walking so that at least you could see that there's a live video so that you can enjoy it much better than the other videos that I've been doing. So, as I was saying earlier, this is a simple process. Follow my lead. You will be able to do this application yourself. There is no need going to give your money to any travel agent to get this thing done for you. Yeah. So, I want to take you through the documents that you'll be needing to successfully apply for a student resident permit so that you can make it here to Iceland. The first and foremost is your admission letter, okay? You need your admission letter. It is the document that gives you the mandate to be able to apply for a student resident permit. So that is the first and foremost important document. The second one that I'm going to talk about is your proof of finance. Now, I have made a video as to how much money you need in your account. It's very, very windy over here and my eyes have already started watering up due to the wind that is entering my eyes. Yeah, as I was saying, I've made a video on the proof of funds, how much should be in your bank statement, how many months of bank statement that you should be printing, and all issues pertaining your bank statement. Now, if you are so confused as to what to do, I'll post the link of this video under this one in the description box so that you can follow and then decide on what to do. Also with the housing. Yeah. So you need a bank statement. For those of you that will be coming with your spouses, you need to have at least 400,000 ISK in your bank account for a month. Okay, so if you're applying for a 6 months bank statement, that is if you're coming with your spouse, you need to multiply 400,000 times 6. If you're applying for a 1 year resident permit, you need to calculate 400,000 ISK by 12. Mind you, the money is not exactly 400,000. The money is much, much lesser than that. It is 389,000. But then to cater for inflation issues so that the Directorate of Immigration wouldn't come back asking you to update your bank account or your bank statement. That is why I'm advising that you make it a flat rate of 400,000. For those that will be coming alone, you need to have 239,000 ISK in your account. I'm advising you that increase this amount to about 260,000 ISK in your account so that for any reason, if inflation catches up with the money that you have in your bank account, you wouldn't find yourself wanting because I'm already crying. The wind is so much. Yeah, because last year, for those that applied to study in Iceland, there were so many of them that were asked to update their bank statement. And this was solely because of the fact that they put in their bank account the exact money that the Immigration Directorate was asking, especially for some Ghanaians and for some Nigerians. And as a result, when there was a little inflation, the money reduced. And because of that, the Immigration Directorate asked them to update their bank statement. The third document that you need is what we call the police report. Now, for most Ghanaians, you can get your police report from the Nima Central Police Station. That is where you can get your police report. Okay? For most Ghanaians, that is where you can get your police report. Your police report has to be 6 months. Don't use an expired police report. It is just 150 cedis in Ghana cedis. I don't know how much a police report costs in Nigeria or in the Gambia or in Pakistan. I don't know how much it costs, but then getting a police report isn't something that is too difficult for you to get. So the next thing that we'll move on is your passport copies. Okay, you'll be scanning your traveling passport and you print it. You just print a page of it, add it to your document, and then you also snap a passport copy. When I say a passport copy, go to a photographer or any photo studio, let them take you a passport that you'll be using for the resident permit application. It has to be that normal passport size, okay? For me, like this, I wasn't so sure when I was doing my application as of last year. So what I did is that I took the American format and I took the normal format that we usually use. So let the background be white, okay? The required photo background has to be white. So your passport copy has to be white. The background has to be white. One other thing that you'll be considering is your health insurance. Now, you can't just use any health insurance that is available here in Europe. No, you would have to use one particular health insurance that is accepted here in Iceland, and that is Sjorva, S-J-O-V-A, okay? The Sjorva health insurance, you can visit their page. The health insurance for that first 6 months is going to cost you, I think, 100 euros, okay? So you pay for your health insurance, then you also add the receipt of your resident permit application. Your resident permit application is 16,000 ISK. That is about 110 euros. If you don't know how to pay for this money, I'm going to show you how to do that. Those who have debit cards or Visa cards, you can make this payment yourself using your debit card. If you do not, no, I don't think you can pay using your debit card. You cannot pay this money using your debit card. I think what you have to do is that if you have any family member who is in Europe or who is in the United States, you can just contact them. You put the money into their bank account and they'll be able to make the payment for you. So after making a payment for your resident permit application, you have to add the receipt to this document, and then you have to post it through DHL. I think I've spoken about all of the documents that you'll be needing, and these are the documents that you need if you are coming as a single person. I mean, you're not coming with your spouse or your family members. Yes, these are all the documents that you need. So that is your confirmation of admission, your payment receipt for the processing fee of the resident permit application. You also be needing your passport photo, a copy of your traveling passport, copy of your criminal record certificate, that is the police report that I spoke about. Then you also be needing your health insurance. I told you that with the health insurance you can go for that of Sjorva. That is the best health insurance that you can and the easiest to pay, okay? So you use Sjorva and you produce your documents that shows your means of financial support, and that is the bank statement that I spoke about. Please, if you don't know what to do about your bank statement, I've already made a video on the bank statement, so you can go forward to watch my video concerning the bank statement so that you know the exact thing to do concerning the bank statement, okay? For those of you that are so confused as to you don't know what to do, please let me put this advice over here, because I'm sure I didn't put that advice when I was making the video on the bank statement. Do not print your bank statement and use it after 1 month, please. Don't print your bank statement on the 5th of on the 20th of April and decide to do the application or send in your application on the 20th of May. Please, that is not right. Your bank statement will not be accepted and you'll be asked to update your bank statement, because as at that time, they think you may have even taken the money out of your bank account. If you print your bank statement, latest by 1 week, you should send in your application, okay? If you print your bank statement, latest by 1 week, you should send in your application. This is a standard thing to do. I think every country accepts this style. Once you print your bank statement within a period of a week, you should use it for whatever that you're using it for, so that your resident permit will be granted. Else, the Directorate of Immigration will not refuse your application. Nonetheless, they will send you an email to update your bank statement. And when it comes to updating your bank statement, you would have to reprint the bank statement, go through the entire hurdle of putting your money together, and then you have to scan it this time and send it to them through email. I don't think you want to go through that stress. Yes, sometimes having to make the time alone just to put all of these documents together is really, really stressful. So I'm advising you that you do the right thing, use the right procedure, and then get all your documents together. When you have all your documents together, what you have to do is that you mail this document to the Directorate of Immigration here in Iceland, okay? When you go to their website and you read about these documents, as I'm saying, the address of the Directorate of Immigration will be available there on the website. What you have to do is that you have to put all of your documents in an envelope, and then you post your documents to the Directorate of Immigration through DHL. Do not use FedEx. Do not use FedEx. I recommend you use DHL. They are fast, they are reliable when it comes to transferring documents to Iceland. So I'll recommend DHL, not FedEx, okay? Personally, I use DHL and it was very, very great. So when it comes to sending your documents here to Iceland, use DHL, and then just wait for a period of about 2 weeks to get a good response from the Directorate of Immigration. Iceland is one of the top countries that wouldn't refuse your resident permit application, provided you did everything right. Yeah, the procedure is very simple. So I'm advising you that as you go through the process, watch my videos. I've made specific videos on each and every one of these documents that you have to use. So once you go through them, you'll be able to know the right thing to do. Then you can easily do your application by yourself. So until we meet again, my name is Jeffrey Osei, and this is a production of Vetista Study Abroad. I don't charge any money for any of this good advice that I'm giving you, so make effective use of it and stay away from people that are promising to bring you to Iceland at a fee. Please don't do that. You can do this yourself. So thank you very much, and if you like this video that I'm doing, I would like you to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and then share them to other friends that you think are in need of them, so that we can all make it here peacefully and nicely. Goodbye to you all.